Hello YouTube, it's Lion here with Hobbies and Man once again, and today we're going to be doing a short video. We're going to be doing another Shonen Jump manga first impressions. Today we're going to be looking at the first chapter of Tokyo Demon Bride story, which is a kind of long name, also kind of redundant, right? Like it's already a story, it doesn't have to be called story, but whatever, it doesn't matter. The artist is Tadaichi Nakama. I don't know who this is. Their art seems familiar to me from somewhere, but I'm not exactly sure from where. And the story is basically about this girl who happens to be an oni or a demon or a yokai. I don't know. She has these cute little horns, which apparently is some sort of like meta character design thing. Like it seems to be very popular to do so right now. Which I mean, I totally get. It looks cool, and it kind of has that kind of like, they're basically human, but their horns make them different enough that it's exciting, and I understand that. So I like the design choice. I just feel like it doesn't really do anything for the sake of the story. It's just a design choice, right? So I like it. But anyway, this Oni girl with the horns happens to be proposed to by a little boy, and she takes it seriously. And 10 years later, she goes up to Tokyo to try to talk with this boy. It turns out this boy is also something called a sacred blood, which is a person with blood that has very specific types of spiritual energy to it that attracts yokai and monsters. And initially, you think it's a romantic series, and it's going to be a comedy kind of thing, where it's going to be similar to something like Cool Kyosinja's what's it called? Yokai House. I can't remember what it's called. I reviewed it a while back, but something like that, right? It's a person that has to coexist with yokai in a living situation, and it's going to have a romantic undertone, but it actually quickly shifts over to something else, which is actually a battle shonen akin to Demon Slayer. They even name drop the series, and in that case it actually ends up being more similar to Bone Collection or something like that, where it's like a normal person plus a yokai with powers plus fighting versus other yokai, and there's a certain level of like romantic attachment between those characters. And I think it was okay. I didn't really love it per se. I didn't find myself really into it, although it does have a much better structure than some other recent new series like Ruri Dragon. I love Ruri Dragon a lot, don't get me wrong, but the structure of the first chapter doesn't really tell you where it's going after that. And I think that this one does that much better. You know, they're going to continue to fight monsters, and they're going to live together, and there's going to have this, social tension between them, developing their relationship, but also them having to deal with these monsters that are after his sacred blood, right? So I feel like structurally it's better than other intro chapters that are recent, but it doesn't quite hook me. Honestly, it's just that I personally am kind of over the demon hunting thing. Like, there's just too many series, and too many of them are not very good. The last one that was good that I really liked was Red Hood, and that one got axed because Japan didn't like it for some reason. I'm not too sure why. I thought it was awesome, but they didn't like it, so it got axed. But everything else, like the only ones I like, honestly, are Black Torch, because I love the art style in it. Blue Exorcist, because that's kind of nostalgic for me. Also, it's really good. And Bleach, although I haven't really read too much of Bleach, because it's kind of like the OG version. Any other ones that are available, I don't really like. I don't really care about them. They kind of just end up being too much, or just like really rehashed, and I don't find them to be enjoyable. And this one kind of falls in that category. So we get introduced to Jinta, who is the male character, and he's a human, and Mana, who is the Oni girl, the yokai girl. And they initially meet because she's falling into a river and she's drowning because she can't swim. And he saves her, and eventually he says that he wants to marry her in 10 years. 10 years have passed, she shows up, and the kind of crux is that he doesn't really remember her until she starts drowning. Then he saves her, then he remembers, and then they fight this little tadpole girl who is basically like Sue from My Hero Academia, but like Nightmare Edition. She's like kind of horrifying compared to Sue, but it's kind of more likely what Sue would actually look like IRL. So I don't know, it's kind of funny. I like it. I think it's cute. Like, there's some good elements of comedy here, but overall, the story type I don't really care for too much. and the structure I feel was too harshly flipped on its head. Like the first 25, 40 chapter, 25 to 30 pages of 55 all feel like it's just going to be romantic comedy, and then it switches into this battle shonen thing, and I don't really like that switch because it feels too quick. It doesn't feel earned. It doesn't feel developed. So I don't know. I didn't really like that switch. I don't really just enjoy this type of plot line. So I will probably read the next chapter, and if I like it, I'll continue to reading it probably. If not, whatever. The art style is pretty good though. I mean, I did like that. The character designs are interesting. Although it's weird, it feels like they're trying to go for cuteness at one point, and then they decide to switch over to much more like cool action sketchiness. And I'm not sure why that shift happens. And it's not really consistent, so I don't know how I feel about it. But generally, the art style is pretty interesting. Both of them are. So it is what it is. I think Tadachi Nakama might do well. They might not. I don't know. I'm honestly more interested for the one that's coming up on Sunday, as of when I'm recording this video, which is the other one about a magic snowman and a girl. I think that one sounds interesting. At least I like the art style that was used to announce the story. But yeah, Tokyo Demon Bride story started out as a comedy, and then 30 pages into the chapter it changed into a Demon Slayer story, and I'm not really excited for it. So it is what it is. Let me know what you guys thought down below, and thank you guys very much for watching. See you guys later.